Hi, Brittany. Welcome back.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. Thanks for asking. Okay, so mandated reporter, you remember kind of how that goes, okay? But I'll just give you a refresher because I just kind of like to remind my clients. As far as me being a mandated reporter, if there's any abuse, neglect, harm to minors, to include vulnerable adults, I will have to notify authorities of that. And then as well, if there's court-ordered things, however, with those things, I'll just let you know before I report anything to authorities or, of course, give anything to the court. You will be informed of that before that happens.
Sounds good.
Great. Alrighty. So, what's been going on this week?
I've gone to work and I've gone to school.
Okay.
Haven't really seen people that much. I wouldn't say that I'm isolating, but maybe isolating. I don't know. Just kind of like I'm not good and I'm not bad. It's like kind of like the same, like limbo feeling.
Okay. Remind me of what the limbo feeling is again for you.
Like feelings of not really, really good or really, really low. It's just like I'm just stuck in this like stationary place where like I want to be good, but I feel like I can't be good, and I'm not like in the deepest of my depression. I'm like somewhere in between, and like it's just uncomfortable for me.
Okay. Okay. And what does it mean to be good today? Like, because I know, like, before, maybe refresh my memory if I'm saying this wrong. You had mentioned, like, at one time being able to be content and just speaking upon, like, your future that, you know, things can't be perfect and that sort of thing. So as far as being good, is that good compared to bad?
I mean, I think the content, I feel like I think of content as being like kind of where I'm at. Like I'm not bad, like life isn't bad, like I'm not perceiving it to be bad right now. I just like think it could be better.
Okay.
So I'm not like happy and I'm not happy. I'm just like nothing.
Got it.
Yeah.
That would be a crappy feeling.
It's
Be
annoying.
like, can't even do that. Nothing. Okay. All right. So how would you make it better? Like, how would that look for you a month from today even?
Getting out with my friends more. Because this is what happens every time. Like,
Okay.
I get really hyped up. Like, I get super excited when, like, my friends are like, oh, we're going to go to dinner or whatever. And then I'm like, okay, that's super exciting. Like, I want to do that. And then it'll be, like, hours before. And then all of a sudden, it's like I walk into a steel door. And it's like, nope, you're not going. And it makes, like, I start having negative thoughts. And, like, then I don't want to go out. And so I just, like, isolate away because I feel like not wanting to do anything. Even though in my mind, I'm like, I really want to do that.
Okay.
So seeing more friends, working on that kind of feeling. I've been doing better at eating good, not eating out as much.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Good. And it looks good in my bank account.
Hello.
Hello. Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh dang. But
Nice.
so the eating healthier. What was the question? Like the positive, or like how would I want to be in a month? Friends. I've been eating healthier. I wouldn't necessarily say healthier, but I've definitely decreased my amount of Taco Bell ones.
Got it. The fast food thing. Yes.
I would like to start like kind of going out and like going on dates, maybe.
Okay.
Just seeing like what's kind of out there. So,
Are you
Those
ready for that?
I don't know.
Okay. What has been preventing you from dating?
My depression,
Okay.
my self-loathing. No.
So,
Yeah, I don't. My depression, I would say,
okay.
and just my horrific of a last relationship that I had. But I'm trying to work on like thinking about like just because I had one horrible experience doesn't mean that I'm gonna have another horrible experience.
Because I remember you mentioning that was like over a year ago.
Yeah.
Being in a really unhealthy relationship, and that's when you were drinking more, that sort of thing. So, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, wanting I feel like I'm never gonna be ready to answer your question. I just feel like I kind of have to. Like, there has to be more than this. Like, there has to be more than the life that I'm living right now. Otherwise, who would ever want to be a part of this?
Got it. And it sounds like that would keep you out of isolation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. What's keeping you in isolation, or what continues you to isolate?
My negative thoughts.
What are those thoughts?
Well, and I wouldn't even necessarily say that they are my thoughts.
Okay.
But it's like negative, like self-defeating things that people have told me in the past.
Okay.
So
Such as?
I'm a horrible person. One time I had someone tell me I should die. I am not worth anything. I'm overweight. Just like middle-aged bullshit. People trying to be cool, I feel like. But I didn't perceive it that way.
Well, good. Are these people still like in your life?
No. Hell
Okay.
no. Mm-mm.
What happened?
I don't have time for that.
Time for
The negativity.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree. So it sounds like you like to stay positive, and you are a upbeat person, more so than you believe yourself to be. But you are, and to see that you want to change things around, and of course, part of the reason probably why you're here, if that's
Yep. No,
sounds
absolutely.
right. Okay.
I would agree with that.
Okay. What other things have you been doing to maintain that positivity in your life, in your daily life?
I go on Pinterest a lot and look up like positive quotes.
Okay.
They make me feel better, so I do it. Not necessarily daily, but I have like a whole Pinterest board of like how to fight depression with like positive quotes.
Is there any one in particular that comes to mind right now that's been helpful?
Yeah, one of the things that I think about a lot is there was a quote that I saw that said, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And so like thinking about like, it starts and ends with me. Like if I think I'm capable of doing something, then I'm right. If I think that I'm not capable of doing something, I'm right. Because my behavior is going to match. Or my depression is going to follow.
How long have you been doing that so far?
What?
Like with the Pinterest and following those type of quotes?
I kind of have always looked at quotes, but like, I feel like since the last time we talked, like maybe I needed to take it like into consideration of like applying it to my life.
Okay. So if it seems like they've been helpful, I wonder if you were to do that for the next month, how would that look?
I think it'd be kind of cool to do like a vision board kind of thing, or like print them off and like put them in my room or put them in my bathroom, or like common places where like I isolate.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that makes sense, because then it almost appears to be that you seem like a visual person.
Yeah.
Like,
Very
okay.
visual. Mm-hmm.
What other things do you think that would be helpful in this room where you go to isolate that would, of course, then just change your mood to that more positive kind of experience or feelings that you're looking for?
Mm-hmm. I really kind of started looking into like essential oils and things like that, doing more like holistic ways of like managing depression. I'm still interested in doing the medication part. So I think that is like one of the biggest steps that I need to take
Okay,
coming up.
that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Because it almost sounds like if you take what you have, your room, it's not going to move, of course. So that isolation room that you now call isolation room, and even change that, right, to something positive, a more inspirational word, because you like the quotes. Post your quotes throughout this room, right? We're going to make it a positive meaning, or and you find a word for that. And then do your holistic things, set those things up in this new room, this new beginning room.
Yeah.
And maybe then, of course, I can help you look into a referral to maybe seeing the psychiatrist. I don't know if you still know the psychiatrist that you saw previously in the past, or we can just look into something new. And to see if, of course, that during that consultation, and if medication would be something in the future for you as well, because we still need other things to, of course, manage. We can't necessarily depend on medications 100%, because that's just not how life goes. If I can give you that magic pill right now, right?
I'd take it.
Of course, right? And we'll have wings, and life will be so carefree, and nothing will harm us, and we would never be sad or have to feel isolated, that sort of thing. So, but we know that's not how reality goes, as you're aware of, because we're not perfect, and we can't be perfect, and that wouldn't even be fun to be perfect.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think those would be good things if, because it sounds like you already have things you know that works for you, but just to add more things in the future as well, as you mentioned. Yeah.
Well, and I've kind of thought about possibly, like, there's like a lot of things that go into this that I feel good about and not good about, but maybe getting like a gym membership to exercise.
Yeah, that's a big one for depression.
Is it?
Yeah, there's a lot of research that states that exercise is good, of course, for the chemical imbalance that leads to depression. So honestly, sometimes even the more strenuous type of exercises you do kind of raises up that dopamine, increases your dopamine and serotonin levels, that sort of thing. And
cool.
We get that happy sensation.
Yeah.
So basically endorphins, of course. You get the natural sense of endorphins and homeostasis, so that raises up too. So
that's cool.
Yeah. So maybe what other, do you have equipment at home?
No.
No? Okay. Videos, that sort of thing?
No,
Okay.
I don't video things. But.
Okay. Or maybe that's something you can do with your friends too, and then you can get like a 2-for-1. Get to hang out with your friends, maybe
splash them all in one space.
Absolutely, because you don't have enough time. You're working, you're in school, you want to start dating, you have to make room for that, and then as well, your friends.
Yeah, that's kind of a lot.
That's a lot. It's only 24 hours in a day.
I know. I need more hours.
Yeah, but it's worth it. It's worth to incorporate, things that, of course, we need social. We're social creatures, so you need that socialization that you're looking for instead of running to that word we're not going to use anymore for your new beginnings room.
Yeah. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. What about as far as school's going okay, work is work?
Yeah.
Anything else going on?
I've actually been thinking about looking into new jobs.
Okay.
So I don't, just to kind of see what's out there. I feel like I've kind of become bored in my job, so kind of like doing that, looking at places.
Okay. But you still like your job currently?
Yeah, I like it.
Is there other things you can maybe do to challenge you at work, to get rid of the boredom, or have that conversation with your supervisor or manager to see? Because I think sometimes like changing jobs doesn't really fix the problem if they're, and the problem is, as simple as boredom. Maybe you just need to be challenged, and you like to be challenged.
Yeah, I do.
That's that visual type of individual you are. So yeah, that makes sense too. Yeah. Okay. So maybe next week then, if you want to meet in a week, or however you feel about it, we can do the referral today for psychiatry.
Okay.
To maybe do that consult, of course, to discuss medication management. Okay. And if you want to meet next week, or we can wait and see how 1 month goes.
I don't know in a month.
Okay, that's good. Okay, we can meet next week.
Okay,
that's fine. And which is fine, because then we can track too how things are going as far as if you're doing more holistic things, or if you're doing more of the quotes that you mentioned, of course, from your positive Pinterest site.
Yes.
And then as well, even the exercise, to see if you can plan that out as well with your friends, and the dating thing, all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it, like, you saying it back to me like that, it seems like it's a lot, but that is everything that I used to do when I was me. And I want that back. And I'm excited and interested to see, like, where I can be. So.
Well, you know where you want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you saying that I can, most definitely, I think is encouraging within itself. It takes that kind of negative tone out of things. So, and you can do it. You got it.
Thank you.
I believe in you. So
Thank
you're welcome. Most definitely, I think you have the power to change things how they have been going. And have you even thought about a name for your room yet? No? Okay, that's a good one. We'll put that on the list.
Yes.
So you'll just, it'll come natural, because you won't even have to tell me, because you're going to change it anyways. Yeah. Okay, so holistic things, of course, inspirational quotes that you're going to use, maybe some exercise with your friends, and that's a yes. And then still, of course, find something at work, so then you don't have to just change your jobs right now. Not right now, literally. So see what else maybe you can do at work. And then we'll meet next week, and I'll give you the referral today before you take off.
Good.
All right, perfect.
Any
questions, other things before we go?
I don't think so.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. You're welcome. Good to see you.
Yeah, you too.